Hello again everyone, welcome back to my reaction to Seraph of the End, the anime. Today we're going to be reacting to episodes 4 to 6. Plot's heating up now, getting good. So just before we kick off, I'm going to slide a little disclaimer in here, something I like to call the owarinoseraph disclaimer. And it goes a little something like this. Everything in this reaction is based purely off of the events in Seraph of the End Vampire Reign, the anime, and manga of the same name, because of course we're going to be drawing comparisons between the manga and the anime as we go. Nothing in this reaction is based upon Catastrophe or Resurrection, which are the side stories involving Gurren's character. I am currently in the process of reading Catastrophe, so just bear that in mind when I react to scenes involving Gurren, because I know he doesn't come off too well in some of these reactions, and it's not going to get better going forward. And if it does turn out that Catastrophe and Resurrection give me, a whole new interpretation of Gurren's character, if it is the holy grail that I've been promised, I will do, an apology video or something to Gurren in defense of Gurren, something like that. And I look forward to it because I like to be proven wrong about characters, and I like complex characters as well. So I hope that that is the case, and I look forward to it. But for this reaction, we're just looking at the Vampire Reign material. So with that said, just a reminder, I'm going to be reacting to the dub rather than the sub version because I find it funnier. We're going to be cutting down clips for copyright reasons, and please be mindful about the 3 S's. This video will contain shipping, swearing, and spoilers. I will be including spoiler warnings at the appropriate points so that if you guys are not caught up with the manga, you can simply skip ahead. With that being said then, please pull up a chair, make yourself comfortable, pour yourself a good old cup of tea, and let's get going. Mika! Pretty boy. Mika is a badass. And you straight away can see here that he's at least as strong as you because he also takes out 4 horsemen of John, just like you did in the 2nd episode.
We're just keeping our livestock fresh, protecting our property.
You dick. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong if you think about how farming works for us. The livestock that we protect have a much better life than they would in the wild. We protect them from predators. It's the same for them, I suppose.
From now on, this district will be governed by the vampires. We can guarantee your safety. In exchange for our protection, all we ask is that you donate blood so we may continue to keep you safe.
Not gonna lie, I'd take the deal. If I was in the human shoes, in this world, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'd do a Michaela. I'd do a Michaela and give my blood.
Let me show my gratitude by offering my blood.
Stop showing me images of Mika being tortured. Stop it. I don't want to see this anymore.
I wonder how these children managed to catch you by surprise, Lord Farad Bathory.
Bathory. So these, the vampires' names all have historical significance. Tepesh is the same surname as Vlad the Impaler in historical records, and Farad Bathory is the same surname as, I think it's Elizabeth Bathory, who was a countess who used to drink the blood of servant girls and had many of her servant girls sexually tortured and killed. So yeah, their names are quite cool.
I didn't think you were that funny, Farad. But now one of my seraphs has escaped, and the other one is dying, barely clinging to
We're
life.
still yet to see Mika's Seraph awakening. It's been 108 chapters as of recording, and we still haven't bloody seen the Seraph awakening for Mika. Well, we kind of had that one panel back in like 90 something. That's all we've had, and nothing really came of that. So is Mika like now a demon and an angel combined? That's what I'm guessing he is. So maybe like demon plus angel equals godly power? Don't know, but we've been waiting for a very bloody long time at this point, and I'm ready to see Mika's Seraph form. Come on, give it to me, Kagami, give it to me.
You heard me. If I told the progenitor council...
Yes, smack him cruel.
Oh, what's the matter, my
Take his head off. I will settle for the arm, that's fine.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you were saying. Let's hear it one more time. Hey, human, do you want to bleed out? Because I can ensure
They
you
took their
survive
sweet
all
time
this.
to get back to Mika, who is just bleeding out on the floor.
Once once you drink my blood, you'll become something far superior to a human.
It's interesting that Cruel says that Mika is going to become something that is superior to a human. We see in the series that yes, vampires are superior to humans in terms of their speed, their strength, longevity, obviously. But a lot of the vampires have a death wish, basically, because they can't cope with living for that long. They can't cope with their life being basically meaningless because they have no ability to connect with other people. They've got no desires apart from blood. And it seems to drive a lot of them insane. And a lot of them express the wish that they could die, or that they are struggling with living forever. So yeah. Superior? I don't know, you be the judge. I hope Mika gets to make up for that shitty first kiss at some point. Kaminsky has entered the building.
I'm wasting my time here. I deserve to be in the company.
No, you deserve this!
I don't like Gurren, but yes, you did deserve that. For Gurren, violence is always the answer.
Together. What about me? Hey.
She knows such a bitch. I love it.
If your sister were to die, you'd always regret not being there when she needed you.
That's a really, really good scene. A really good bonding scene between them. And I didn't actually realise that Yu actually goes with him to the hospital.
Please take care of her just a little.
Why didn't they just take the chains off? Maybe Yu enjoys it, I don't know.
If we allow these humans to continue to rise and gain strength, another plague like the one that occurred 8 years ago will surely come to pass.
You needn't worry about that.
And flirting with forbidden enchantments to increase their power.
I love how Mika just completely blanks Farid. Like, go away trash. Shinya! Shinya's character design is gorgeous. He looks like, obviously the hair colour's a bit different, but his face looks like what Mika will grow to be.
Sorry, General. It's just so hard to remember that when I'm surrounded by the dullest personalities in the army. You can send me all of the information later.
Come on, Gurren.
He's such an arrogant prick sometimes, Gurren. I know that he hates the Hiragis, I get it. But like, I just can't stand arrogant
I never
characters.
asked you to defend me.
The fuck? That's how you make an entrance, you.
It's kind of refreshing after dealing with pointless politics all day.
Love how Yu tries to do like the jump up from the floor and just fails epically. I don't think I've ever seen that in any anime where the protagonist fails to get back on their feet. That's fucking amazing.
Need to get you a date soon.
Mika's on his way, Gurren. Mika's on his way.
You must be overjoyed. It won't be long until you get the chance to see your precious angel again.
Farid is a shipper on deck.
Such high hopes for you, Mika.
I have such high hopes for you, Mika. Yeah, that's a pretty fucking cryptic line from Farid, isn't it? We know that Farid knows more about Mika's nature than he's letting on. I think from the extra materials, Farid... No, it's actually in the main Vampire Rain manga. Farid was once also given the name Mikaela, so Farid knows a hell of a lot more about what Mika is and what his purpose is than what he's actually telling Mika at this point in the story. In fact, I don't think he's even fucking told us through the narrative yet what Mika's purpose actually is, but Farid knows. We know that Shikama Doji was, made into what he is, i.e. the first vampire. So that's why I think that the vampirism thing is like a curse from God. So I suspect that in this scene, when Farid says, "I have such high hopes for you, Mika," he's referring to the fact that Mika and Yu, are supposed to break the vampire curse. I think that's what it is. Oh, this series drives us insane. Oh, and him walking past all of the kids in Sanguinium, knowing that the positions were not so long ago completely reversed. And he comes face to face with one of the kids and they're terrified of him. Oh, this hits hard. It's like, no, Mika's a good guy. Mika ain't gonna hurt you. One thing I think I've noticed is that in the manga, Mika's eyes, the pupils still appear human, whereas in the anime they made the stylistic choice to change them, which I think is a bit of a shame actually, because, eyes are the windows to the soul and all of that. So Mika having human eyes still, like the pupils, the centre of the eye, that's quite meaningful actually.
I expect those of you with less than passing grades to put extra effort into your studies from now on.
Yeah, he's really fucked up. Got like 0. I wish though that we got more about the actual lore of the spellcraft and stuff, because we had very little of that throughout.
Let me see.
Give it back!
Oh wow, would you look at this sword?
Shinoa, that's really cruel.
Hey, cut it out!
That's really, okay, Shinoa, that was not a cool move.
Now is that any way to talk to a lady?
Shinoa, you ain't a lady.
Welcome back, Lieutenant Colonel Gurren.
Why do all of the women in Gurren's squad have to have a crush on him? Why? Why? Give them their own personalities and purposes, please. This is how we settle things like men.
There are a few contenders, but Yoichi Saotome takes the cake. He has a surprisingly high stability against demons.
Really?
Yeah, because Yoichi is like quite calm. Even when he's angry, he's like a very calm angry. Like icy kind of angry. So he's not going to be easily tempted into doing something stupid. He's not going to be easily tempted with power. You know, he stays rational and in control of himself even when he is fucking furious. So yeah, I guess that's why he has high resistance. Makes sense.
If you die from this, blame yourselves for not training hard enough.
It's like there's 2 methods of teaching. There's her method, test scores, and then there's fucking Gurren's method.
This isn't the kind of place a nice guy like you should be, and you know it.
What I don't get is how can Yoichi have such high resistance on the one hand, but everyone is like, oh no, he shouldn't go up against a demon, he's not gonna be able to survive it. I suppose because in order to actually tame the demon, you actually have to have the aggression to beat it though. That's the thing, like you have to show it who's boss. So I guess that's the bit that Yoichi struggles with. It's not the keeping in control of, you know, the power that he's being given. It's the actual earning of the power that Yoichi struggles with.
If you let your guard down for an instant, it'll kill you.
Gurren's voice actor gets props here. He has like a very nice gravelly tone. Just realised there's a lot of Black Demon series weapons. It's not just the 3 of them. There's like 5 or 6 in that room.
The vampires will suffer. For Mika and my family, I'll exterminate every last one of them.
We keep seeing this kind of repeated theme of Mika plus the family, Mika being different from the family. And that kind of difference only becomes more pronounced as the story continues, especially in the manga. We actually get a brand new word for Mika in the manga, in reference to Yu. And the word that we are given is the word partner. That word has very interesting implications. Context for this is Ashimaru uses it. He's talking to you in his mind space, and he says something along the lines of, oh, your partner's going to be angry with you if you don't wake up soon. What's even more interesting is that this is not just mentioned in passing, like it's not just Ashimaru making an offhand comment. We see you having to reflect on that term that Ashimaru uses. He says, partner? You know, what do you mean by that? Who are you talking about? And that's when we're shown that Ashimaru is talking about Mika. And I think that that is the turning point from Yu's perspective. I think that's the moment when his own feelings towards Mika begin to take a turn to the romantic. I don't think he realises it at that point. I think the penny only really drops for Yu in chapter 90, at which point he thinks it's too late, of course, because Mika has supposedly died. You know, he's dying in his arms. And I think that's the moment when Yu goes, oh shit, as Cruel so eloquently puts it. You know, I have it just as badly. So yeah, I think that this is the moment where Yu really begins to question what Mika is to him, even if, you know, it's just a subconscious thing, by the use of that change of term from family to partner. It's really interesting how they go into like this mind space with their demons. It all gets very confusing later on in the story, like, you know, whereabouts are things happening, like what's illusory and what is real. It gets a bit confusing later. But yeah, I do like this sort of mind space where they go to converse with their demons. Of course, it's Mika again, yes.
Mika!
And as soon as he collapses, Yu's emotions get the better of him and he thinks, oh my god, it actually is Mika. He runs over to him.
Ah, there it is. Your weakness. You have love in your heart, and that's what's holding you back.
We worship desire. We can't stand love.
We want desire and we can't stand love. Again, spoilers for the manga. It's interesting because when Mika becomes a demon, he basically defies what it means to be a demon, because his love for you is what allows him to make the contract with you in the end. Interesting.
Your spirit is strong. I'll agree to follow you as long as it stays that way. But if I detect weakness in your heart for even a moment, I'll take over your body and soul.
Alright, I guess that's fair.
Yu's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
There's something odd about your composition. You appear to be human, but about 10% of you is something different.
10% is a big bloody difference if you think about it. That's like a completely different species of being. If you consider that there's like, what, 2% difference between us and chimpanzees, for you to have 10% of his composition being not human, he's a completely different creature. And obviously the fact that he looks like a person kind of fools you. And there we go, there we have Ashuramaru's true form revealed. Ashuramaru is a boy. I didn't know that originally when I first watched this, but it's because I think he was transformed when he was very young, so that's why he has like the feminine appearance. Yoichi has such an innocent face, goodness.
Oh, that's right.
Yoichi has a very different approach to the other two. Like, he's very non-combative, he's very like conversational with his demon.
That's right.
It's pretty mean you chose to look like this.
Just wait until you see my true form.
Yeah, I bet.
His true form. Yeah, Gekuin has an interesting form. So Yoichi is actually the first character that we see being properly possessed, like he has the horns and everything. I say the first because we have many more to come.
Your classmate's body is just a vessel now. The only way to save Yoichi is to destroy it.
What the hell, man? There's no way I'm gonna kill one of my friends.
That is horrible. And it's hypocritical of Gurren, because Gurren himself is not exactly free of demonic possession. And round two. Oh, the hug is so cute. I like the way that there's often like physical reassurance in this series. It's just nice to see. You don't often see that between male characters in a shonen especially.
But you looked like you were really starting to sweat there towards the end of it.
Yeah, it's like, does he actually care about them or not? I think on some level he probably does, but he cares more about using them.
Forget about your previous friends and loved ones.
Huh? Don't be
The
ridiculous.
Moon Demon Company's the only family you'll have now.
That's a fucking manipulative statement from Gurren. Forget about the people that came before. That is not the advice that you should give somebody that's been through like a trauma like that. You don't forget them. You're right not to get hung up on it, but you don't just forget about those people. That to me is Gurren like trying to invalidate Yu's previous experiences and to make him kind of solely attached to Gurren and the Demon Company.
You're gonna put us first even before your own life.
You're going to put us first even before your own life. I know that that is how soldiers are supposed to think, but when you tell that to someone who is as fucked up as you is in the head, we see how that starts to come into play later.
The past means nothing.
Okay, so that was my reaction to Seraph of the End, episodes 4 to 6. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like, comment and subscribe for more. You can connect with me on other platforms. I'll put the links in the description below. And I also have a Patreon as well. So if you like the work I do and you want to show me some support, please feel free to donate. Again, I'll put the link in the description. Thank you again for watching. That's all from me, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.